Dobry wieczór, dobro pożalować. Good evening, and welcome to the Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum. We're gathered this evening to commemorate the donation of Alexei Dmitrovich Leonov's bust of Yuri Gagarin that you see here on the stage from the Embassy of the Russian Federation and the international charitable fund Dialogue of Cultures, United World.
This bust is a wonderful gift, and we promise to care for it as a part of the permanent accession of the National Collection of the United States.
For an instant, Gagarin's flight and his smile shifted the direction of the Cold War competition between the United States and the Soviet Union. In viewing the sculpture, one is compelled to return to that moment when political barriers seemed to melt away.
It's a real pleasure to be here for a ceremony that most probably is outstanding, not in its own turn, but also on the backdrop of the overall relations between our countries. And it gets even more importance because it's a reflection of things that our two countries have been able to do together. And it's so important, especially for the young generations of Russians and Americans, to remember how much we can do together.
Our specific purpose today, of course, is to celebrate U.S.-Russian cooperation as partners in orbit with a specific focus on what is probably one of the greatest achievements of international intellectual and scientific cooperation and partnership, and that is the International Space Station.
We know that for the advancement of society and improving the human condition, we must work together with our joint international programs.
Space exploration in all its facets is a global undertaking. We are undeniably stronger through our partnerships. No single nation can build every instrument, launch every satellite, or perform all the research and engineering that it takes to understand the entire Earth.
I'm glad that our American partners, as it was repeatedly mentioned in talks between the leaders of Roscosmos and NASA, share the opinion that realization of any international program requires the most suitable balance between competition and cooperation, a balance that would contribute to progress and help to reach the best results.
We felt that this felt of brotherhood is not only between cosmonauts and astronauts. I think for me, it's not only spaceflight experience, it's also experience of communication, experience of building friendship and trust, and the feeling being able to rely on each other.
Because I think it becomes easier if we focus on the things that unite us, on the things that inspire us to maintain and build on the habits of cooperation and the relationship of total trust. A hand extended in the spirit of cooperation truly can change the world.
This would not be possible, neither would the Institute, were it not for the visionary philanthropy and generosity of the founder and chair of our advisory board, Susan Carmel.
I am reminded of a quote by Sergei Korolev, the lead Soviet rocket engineer and spacecraft designer. He said, "Space exploration's future is boundless, and like the universe itself, its prospects are unlimited." To the hundreds of students and scholars here tonight in all three theaters, coming from 32 universities, 9 states, and many different countries, including Russia and the US, I want to say something from my heart. You are the reason I founded and that I support this institute. You have the unlimited potential to make a difference for the better in this world. And I hope that you will recall this evening with a feeling of unlimited potential for the future, as it relates to space as well as to future cooperation between nations. And it is the mutual respect, understanding, and cooperation between people that we see so beautifully exemplified here tonight and with the International Space Station that makes the world a better and more peaceful place.